Moikka Kaikille, it's Willow here and welcome to my video. So today I'm doing a vlog or starting a vlog because we have officially now decided that we're moving to Australia, and we actually have gotten the visas and everything. So I decided that it is time to start a vlog about that because I kind of like want to bring you along during the process. Most likely I won't be posting this before like a month before we're actually moving, but I wanted to start the process of filming it and showing it to you early on of the adventure, if you may. So at the moment it's the 5th of September, and the original plan was that we were gonna go and move to Australia in October 2020. So the original plan was that this would be the first month that we're starting to get ready. We would have had giving a notice to on our apartment, so most likely we wouldn't be living in this apartment anymore, and all the things that you do before moving would have happened. But of course, because I'm filming this and we are in the current Copenhagen apartment, it's not the case. And for obvious reasons, we're not moving before April. Yes, the corona has pushed our move further and changed our plans. So that's why we're not going in in October. But I wanted to start recording because this is when we would have left anyway. So this video is maybe also something for myself to kind of process everything. So yeah. So what we're gonna do there, Greg got a student position, so we're gonna go on like a student visa on his side, and I'm gonna work there. So we applied for a student visa in Australia, and then it had this de facto partner thing on it that allows me to get in. And we actually applied for that visa already in June 2020, so that's 3 months ago now, and we got it at the end of July. So we've had the visa for a while now, but we haven't been able to go in the country even though we got the visa because of Corona. And now officially everything has been pushed back till April 2021. So that's the current situation. So what's next, what is going to happen is that we're going to stay in this apartment till November, and then most likely, because our lease ends, we would sublet, move some of the stuff to Finland that we're not going to be bringing anyway, and see where it goes. I will be keeping you updated on everything. This might be a bit longer vlog or 2-part whatever, but I will document all the important parts on the way. If you want, I can also tell you more about the visa application process, which was fun. A lot of documents, but fairly easy in the end, with after you have gathered everything, it was pretty okay to do so. If you're interested, I can have a video on that later on. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do the next update on everything. We'll see. But yep. we're eventually going to Australia, and that's what the video is about. Hi everyone, it is Friday 19th today, and I decided to pop in for a moment with a kitty cat. So there's actually not any new news. Oh, let's see. How can I be comfortable? So yeah, there's actually no new updates really at the moment with Australia. We did get, there was like a small update that some people with visas can go in earlier with a 14-day mandatory quarantine. So technically it would mean that you would have to pay for the quarantine. The PhD visa that we have is not something that can be used for this yet, but it's good info that they're starting to consider letting people in with a quarantine, like mandatory quarantine setup. So that's the situation there. Still in Denmark for now, and we have till November with this apartment, like I said earlier. But the big thing maybe this weekend is that this little fella is gonna go and do a small tryout in her new possible home. So you might be wondering, like, what do you mean? Like, she's not coming? And unfortunately, as much as I would love taking her with us to Australia and bringing her with us, I mean, I've had her for 3.5 years now, and you know, of course I would want her to come with us. But the reality is that bringing a cat, even though if it's a indoor cat and vaccinated and everything, it's really, really expensive, and she would have to also be quarantined. But you can't quarantine, at least as far as I know and the research that I've done, you can't quarantine animals anywhere else except for Sydney. And we're going to Brisbane. So that would mean money-wise going all the way to Sydney, and she would have to be quarantined for at least 10 days. And this is of course something that you have to pay for. And it's not cheap. It's really expensive to bring a cat or like any animal. And then added on top of that, the fact that it would be a really long flight to bring a cat, or I guess an animal. And just that it's already quite stressful for human as well. Like, I've done it, the trip twice, so that means four times, and it's always taken me like over 24 hours, and that time for a small little cat, either whatever, if it's in the cabin or in the with the checking bags, it would be a really big thing to bring her with. So after long consideration and a lot of talks with Greg, we have come into the conclusion that she's not coming with us. So that's why we've been looking for a home for her, and we found some of our friends are looking for a cat, and I mentioned that Lily would be needing a home soon. Well, in at least most likely around November or change of the year. So, yeah. And we wanted to make sure that she can try to stay there and they can see how it goes and see how the vibe is. So that's why they're going to be taking her for at least a week, starting on Sunday. And we'll see how it goes. And yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to tell or talk about. She is quite sweet. Wow, hi. Oh, okay. So I figured I'll just sit down for the rest of the video. So I can't remember completely how much I've like talked and shared in the first couple of clips of this vlog. I did start crazy long time ago, but it is end of February now, and about a week ago we got the information that we have been given the exemption to Australia. Now I figured that I will kind of like make this part the end of this vlog, and we'll go after that with all the rest of the moving process and everything. But I wanted to sit down and have a kind of like a update on everything. So we got this travel exemption. For those who don't know, at the moment you can only get to Australia with a travel exemption just because of COVID. And we applied for it around January, did not think we were going to get it. We actually had decided that most likely we're not going to get the travel exemption and we'll like completely give up on Australia. We were told that it's a very unlikely case to get it, and we really did not think that we were going to get this travel exemption, but we did. It's crazy. We are so lucky and so blessed, and it's still really hard to kind of like get into our like to actually realize and like take it in, because we really did not think we would have the rights to travel to Australia. But the reality is that the government gave us a permission to come into the country, and then the school where Greg's gonna be studying has also told us that we have to be there by end of April. So we have now gotten tickets. We are leaving to Australia at the start of April. Very nice tickets. Quite expensive, but still we're fine with that. We'll fly start of April and then be quarantined for 2 weeks. So Australia has a mandatory quarantine, so we'll be quarantined for 14 days and never leaving the hotel room during that period. Hopefully, of course, like there's a chance that the flight can be delayed, so we'll see how it goes, but I'll keep updating you and you'll see it in the video. What's gonna happen next, what you most likely might see in the next couple of videos, is that I will first go to Finland. I still have some paperwork to be done, just so I'm gonna be able to work and drive and everything in Finland. So I just have to get a couple of like paperwork things done, and then Greg will follow me and we'll then fly away together at the start of April. There is some packing to do, so I'll take you and show you that on a different video. We have also found a new home for the cat. Like I earlier mentioned, bringing a cat to Australia is very hard, and it actually takes about a half a year prep work to even bring an animal to Australia. They want you to do a lot of tests and everything, and we obviously don't have the time, and it is very expensive. So we have decided to find a new family for Lily. I did mention earlier that we had a family here in Denmark, but then during the time when our trip was just kept canceled, they actually ended up saying, like, this time we might not be taking her, like it's maybe better not to, and that's completely fine. So now we found Lily a new family in Finland, which is quite nice because I can still like bring her with me to Finland, and my family can still see her. So that's gonna happen as well. Most likely I'll do a small vlog about it. It's very sad and it is heartbreaking, but I know it's the better thing to do to make sure that she gets a very nice and loving new home, and not make her to go through like a whole stress of traveling for like over 24 hours, being in quarantine for 10 days and all that. So that's where I'm at with that. But anyway, that's mainly the whole vlog at this point. The next ones might be more exciting and more big and new, but I will be taking you on the trip to Australia. I feel like this is very rare content that I'm able to like film and show to you guys how it is to travel during restrictions and everything. So it will be very, very interesting to see, and especially like the quarantine is something that is very new for me as well. So I think that might be interesting to see, and at least I'll have something to do during the 14 days of quarantine in a hotel. But yeah, I hope you're excited, and I hope that you're excited to come on this journey with us. And crazy. Hey, so yeah, I think that's it. I will see you in the next video. If you like this crazy scattered vlog, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see how the journey continues, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one.